Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranch. Today I'll be going over Capper Comparison Picks for some of the prelim fights of UFC Fight Night Paris. Gane versus Tuivasa. So, without further ado, should I go over last week? Nah, nobody cares. I went 6-5-1 in UFC 278, was it? Whatever. It is what it is. So I've selected, since the break, I've decided I can't do videos every night anymore. It just takes too much out of me. It's too much like a job. I was starting to not like it, but I do still love capping fights. I still love checking out all the handicappers and everything. Just the time, life gets in the way. So I've reduced my shows to 2 shows a week, and then I do the live stream on Friday. So I pick 3 prelim fights, which I'm gonna do tonight, and then I'll do 3 main card fights later on this week, and then I'll do Friday's live stream after watching the face-offs and weigh-ins. So without further ado, this is going to be on this Saturday at noon Eastern time. Early show because it's taking place in Paris, France. Let's get on with this. These are not in order, but they are all prelim fights according to Tapology. So I put them in the order which I think this is of the 3, this is my most interesting one for this show. So let's get into this. We're going to start with the lightweight fight between Ziam, Smile Killer, taking on UFC debutant Michael Mad Dog Figlak. Yeah, Michael Mad Dog Figlak comes in undefeated, 8-0, a 2-1 favorite at -205, taking on Smile Killer, he's got a bunch of fights in the UFC, but he's coming off a loss. Round 1 to Terrence McKinney. It's not the worst loss you can have. Terrence McKinney's pretty good. Smile Killer comes in with a record of 12-4 as a professional. He's a +175 underdog. Good for him. So let's first start talking about the new guy, Michael Figlak, Mad Dog. He fights out of a place called Trojan Free Fighters. That is in Poland, I think. Or no, I'm sorry. It is not in Poland. He is from Poland. Trojan Free Fighters is in England. I'm sorry, my bad, my mistake. So Figlak comes in undefeated. He's got his last 5 all Cage Warrior fights. I'll just go through really quick. I don't know if you know I don't know if you follow Cage Warriors. Some of these names might be familiar. But if you don't, they're probably just going to be names, random names. Most recently, he beat Agi Sadari, unanimous decision. This is where you gotta think though. How did the methods? Okay. Before that, he beat Steve McIntosh, unanimous decision. Before that, Kieran Lister, unanimous decision. Before that, Stephen Hooper, Dr. Stoppage, round 2. Okay. And prior to that, he beat Anthony O'Connor, punch in round 2. So last 3 wins of his last 5 wins, last 5 are all wins, were by unanimous decision, saying this is a decisionator. If you look at the total, over 2.5 rounds is -275. So the bookies also think it's going to go to decision. So let's talk about the opponent, Smile Killer, Ziam. This guy's been good and bad throughout, okay? He fights out of a Climax Fight Academy. That's in Lyon, France. So I would assume he is the hometown guy. He's going to be the fan favorite. More fans, I'm assuming, in France because he trains out of Lyon. Coming off a loss to Terrence McKinney, rear naked choke, round 1. But Terrence McKinney is good, man. He's really good. Before that, he has a win over Luigi Vendramini, but it was a majority decision, and a lot of people are saying it was kind of, Vendramini kind of got robbed in that one. Take it for what you will, he got the W. Before that, he beat Jamie Malarkey. Now, I think that's a good win. By unanimous decision, no question there. Beat him. Prior to that, though, he lost to Don Madge. Don Madge, that was, I will, you know, you got to kind of give it, it's a UFC debut. And Don Madge is now in a lesser promotion. What's he in? Like PFL, LFA, what, Bellator? I don't know. Don Madge, I think he's doing pretty well. I want to say PFL. I don't know though. but that was his Ziam's UFC debut, so you kind of got to let him go with that. Before that, he was in a Belgium regional scene called European Beatdown, where he beat Yassine Bahaji by guillotine in round 3. So he's 3-2 in his last 5. Those 2 losses are to Don Madge and Terrence McKinney. Ziam will have a 3-inch height advantage here. Michael Figlak's reach is unknown, so we don't know what the difference is there. But let's see what the cappers have to say in this lightweight showdown. Starting with the favorite and Michael Figlak. Figlak, we've got MMA Guru. That is the one out of the UK with the beanie. MMA Guru's taking Figlak. Then we got my boy Johnny K. Also on Figlak, and he's thinking Figlak will get the decision here. Then we've got Cody from Blood Money. What are you doing? Just walking through my shop. Blood Money. Cody also saying by decision. Cody and Johnny K do a live stream every Wednesday night around 8 o'clock Eastern time. Check it out. They alternate the channels, but subscribe to both of them. The links to all these cappers will be in my description. I urge you guys to subscribe to all the cappers I use. They're fantastic. Otherwise, I wouldn't use them. And now that I only do 2 shows a week, I only use top shelf cappers, my favorites, okay? Another friend of mine from New Zealand, we've got Artem MMA Analysis. Artem is also on the side of Figlak. However, we have a contrarian pick. Contrarian, and that is what's going on? Bleed MMA. Bleed is on the side of Ziam. He likes the experience here. Figlak is gonna have is in a whole new playing field. He might have been kicking butt over at Cage Warriors, bringing all these Cage Warriors to decision though. Ziam is a whole nother level. He's UFC with UFC wins. He beat Jamie Malarkey. That's a good win. He beat Luigi Vendramini. Well, debatably beat him. Still, that's a good win. So you got to keep that in mind. But I'm gonna give him the whole full board here. Bleed MMA. Very entertaining handicapper. I'm part of his Patreon. I'm a fan of Bleed. He cracks me up every time I watch his breakdowns. But my pick here, I don't want to do it, but I'm gonna have to go with the favorite. I'm gonna have to go with Figlak, only because he's undefeated. I know it's not against the top quality opponents that Ziam has faced, but I do like that he's 8-0, and these none of them have been like split or majority decision. They've all been unanimous decisions. So I'm gonna go with Figlak here, the newcomer. He's the age is actually Figlak's a year older. Interesting enough. We got Figlak 26, Ziam 25. But I think Figlak's gonna probably be the decisionator that he is. I think he's gonna outclass Ziam on the feet, and the Polish fighter here will Probably, I don't know about the on the ground. I think it's gonna stay on the feet, to be honest with you. But I think he's gonna edge out in decision, get the more significant strikes, more volume for Figlak, gaining the favoritism of the judges, winning a decision, unanimous decision, probably. Moving on. Next we have, this is a fantastic fight right here. This is potential to be fight of the night. The Russian sniper, Nassordine Imavov, taking on Joaquin Buckley, Numansa. Nassordine Imavov is the pretty big favorite, like minus 260. Joaquin Buckley, though, at plus 220. Man, that is a good, there's value in Joaquin Buckley for sure. Do not count him out. All right. Let's talk about the favorite first. Imavov comes in 26 years old. Buckley's 28, so no real big age discrepancy. Both these fighters are in their prime. The Russian sniper's coming off a win against Edmund Shabazian. I think people have found out the blueprint on how to beat Edmund Shabazian. Imavov did it with style. Elbows from the crucifix. Round 2. I think that getting in the crucifix, a loss in the crucifix is one of the most humiliating ways to lose because you're helpless. You're just down, you can't even do anything. You can't defend yourself. You're in the crucifix and you're just looking like a fool. That's one of the worst ways to lose. Before that, he has a nice win over Ian Heinisch. A knee to ground and pound, round 2. Good on him. Prior to that, he did lose a majority decision to Phil Hawes. Phil Hawes is a phenomenal, outstanding wrestler. I think he's a national junior college champion, if I remember correctly. I think he went to, yeah, he was junior college champ. Then he went to Iowa or something. He did go to NCAA D1 school, but he didn't win a championship there. But Imavov he lost a majority decision to Phil Hawes. That's not a horrible loss to have. Before that, he had his UFC debut where he beat Jordan Williams, the diabetic. Unfortunately, he didn't finish him. Jordan Williams, they went to a decision. I mean, Imavov did win unanimous decision, but still, a lot of people are looking like that's not the greatest win. He should have finished him, but I don't know. Jordan Williams has had his moments, though. He's had some victories there. He's not like just a can. Well, kind of now, but. And before that, before his UFC debut, he was fighting in Aries FC, which is it started in Senegal, and it's also like a French Senegal regional. You know the Aries F fight championships? That's all put together by Fernand Lopez. MMA Factory head coach, Nassordine Imavov's head coach, Fernand Lopez. Yeah, Nassordine Imavov does train at the MMA Fight Factory. Definite hometown guy. He's training out of the Fight Factory in Paris, France. He's in Instagram. He's training. He shows him with Fernand Lopez, phenomenal striking coach, and it shows him training with Cyril Gane, who is headlining this card, and his brother. I didn't even know he had a brother, Dajir Imavov. Is 14-3 in his own right. 14-3. I mean, it's a lesser promotion, but he's all in the Aries and a couple other he's throughout. He's like international regional scenes. He's 14-3 though. He's not bad. Dajir Imavov. Nassordine is the older brother of Dajir and putting it in. Now let's talk about the American, Joaquin Buckley. I think Joaquin Buckley. I think he resides in Missouri, the Show Me State now. But the last place he's been working out is where he's always been working out, Murcielago. Murcielago is over, I want to say maybe Chicago or Milwaukee or something over there in the Midwest area. Joaquin Buckley. He's coming off a nice win over Albert Duraev, where he got doctor stoppage round 2 because Duraev's eye swelled shut. Couldn't even open it. Couldn't look out it. Got that win. Albert Duraev, I was high on him for a hot second. Before that, he beat Abdul Razak Al Hassan by split decision. Close one, but he did get the win. Prior to that, he beat Antonio Arroyo, TKO round 3, but Arroyo, he's kind of faded off. He's kind of like insta win. Like, if you're fighting him, you're like, oh, there's a win for me. I mean, I tend to fade Antonio Arroyo if I see him. However, before that, he lost to Alessio Di Chirico, who is also on this card, and I will be covering. He's one of the guys I will be covering during the main card capital comparison picks. He lost to him by head kick in round 1. Not a good look. Not a good look. Before that, he beat Jordan Wright in 18 seconds of round 2 with hooks. And I think right before that is where he had the knockout of the century over Impa Kasangane, where Impa caught his leg. So what did he do? He just jumped up and did a spinning back kick and clocked Impa Kasangane in the face, making it one of the best highlight knockouts of ever. The best ones ever for Joaquin Buckley. So the new Mensa plus 220. Oh, that's very tempting. Let's see what the captors have to say, huh? Taking the favorite in Nassordine Imavov, we've got Artem MMA analysis on the side of Imavov. Looking good. What's going on? Bleed is all over Imavov here, despite Buckley's fantastic knockout over Impa Kasangane, and he loves it. He said that even if the UFC's for another 1,000 years, they'll still be playing that knockout. That's what Bleed said. That's why I love the guy. He's fun. I like him. Cody from Blood Money MMA Bets also taking Imavov, and he's saying KO round 3 over New Mansa. All right. Not method and round. I like that for plus money. If you say the method and the round, almost for sure plus money. Especially if the money line is at minus 260, that's plus. That's money city, baby, to quote Leighton from UFC Gambling Addicts. I'll use him for the main card too. And we got Johnny K, also on the side of Imavov. Did he say how? He does. He says by knockout as well. Both these guys doubting the chin of Buckley. And finally, we've got the MMA guru, and he is taking Joaquin Buckley as the contrarian picker, MMA guru. On the side of New Mansa, Joaquin Buckley. Man, I'm torn here, but you know what? This is what I was checking these guys' Instagrams out today, and Buckley, he's in Paris, he's in France, loving life, just out there in the park, hitting pads and stuff for the public, for the people that want to stop by and check him out and stuff, and also he was during the signing of the posters and everything, or somewhere he ran into Nassordine Imavov. And it was a very friendly confrontation. No anything, nothing bad. Everything was cool. And he even said that Joaquin Buckley's like, yeah, he seems like a real friendly guy. Seems like a nice guy. He's like a little bit bigger than I thought. And I was like, really? You don't say that, Joaquin Buckley. You don't say Nassordine Imavov a little bigger than I expected. That's our. Oh, come on, dude. You don't say that. Come on. But now I'm going to have to go with the favorite because he's right. Imavov is 5 inches bigger. 5 inches. He's got 5 inches on him. But Buckley's got these weird long arms because he's got the 1 inch reach advantage. So the reach is in the side of Buckley, but 5 inches of height advantage for Imavov. And at home with the whole... I'm sure the crowd is going to be in support of the Russian sniper. He lives there now in France. with Fernand Lopez, everything, all signs are pointing Imavov. If Buckley spoils the party, good for Joaquin Buckley, but I'm going to have to use my brain on this. I'm going to have to go with Imavov here to get it done. I don't think he's going to finish Buckley. I mean, I suppose he could. He does have the ability to, but man, Johnny K and Blood Money are both saying by knockout. And he did get head kick knocked out by Alessio Di Chirico, whatever, however you want to say it. But I think this is and Imavov has been winning within distance too, except for that thing against Jordan Williams. Yeah, it's gonna be decision. I'm gonna take Imavov to get it done by decision. Sorry to be lackluster, but I think it's gonna go the distance. Look at even the bookies have it. Oh no, I'm sorry, 1.5 rounds. The bookies have over 1.5 rounds minus 175. But I think it's gonna go over. I think it's gonna go the distance. Actually, I think Buckley is very muscular though, and muscular guys tend to gas in the later rounds. But 15 minutes, and I saw Buckley in the park in France hitting those pads, and I saw him training over at Murcielago. I think his cardio's on the up and up. He was running on the treadmill. I think I saw him on the bike. He's working on the cardio. I don't think he's going to fade. I don't think his cardio is going to be at risk here. I think Imavov is going to win a decision by. He'll have the judges too, at home. Yeah, definitely. Imavov by decision. Finally, moving on. Next we have the bantamweight fight between the Warrior, Khalid Taha, taking on Problema, Cristian Quinonez. Khalid Taha comes in here as a slight favorite with a record of 13-4, minus 125 according to Bet Online. I got these odds right before I started filming this. Taking on Cristian Quinonez, making his UFC debut, and he's a plus 105. He did open up as a plus 120, meaning money's been coming in on the Quinonez side over to Khalid Taha. Let's talk about the favorite first. Khalid Taha, creeping up on 30 years old. He's 29. Quinonez is 26. So both fighters in their prime. Khalid Taha training out of Arena Dortmund. That is in Germany. Fantastic soccer team, Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund. And he's Lebanese, Khalid Taha. Lebanese fighter, training out of Germany. The Warrior is coming off a couple losses, though. Not good, but to decent opponents. He lost to Sergey Morozov most recently by unanimous decision. Before that, he lost to Raoni Barcelos, unanimous decision. Before that, he had beat Bruno Silva by an arm triangle in round 3. However, it was overturned because he failed an USADA test. Definitely, he'd taken some steroids, little PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs, so that was overturned to a no contest. Before that, he has a win over Boston Salmon. Boston Salmon no longer in the UFC, but he finished Boston Salmon 25 seconds to the first round. Made quick work of that fight. And before that, he lost to Nad Narimani in his UFC debut by unanimous decision. What happened to Nad Narimani? He hasn't fought since like 2020, but he was decent. I know he's coming off two losses, but they were to good fighters. I'm just curious, where's Nad Narimani now? But anyway, Khalid Taha, so he's 1-3-1 no contest in his last 5. Not good, not a good look. But he's taking on a UFC debutant though. This guy, he's Cristian Quinonez, Problema. He trains out of the Entram gym. That is in Mexico, as most of you guys already know. He's coming off the Dana White Contender Series win over Long Zhao. Long Zhao is a pretty good Chinese fighter, actually, and I think Cristian Quinonez came into that fight as a slight underdog and got the unanimous decision victory there. Before the Dana White, the Contender Series, he was in UWC, which stands for Ultimate Warrior Championships. That is a Mexican regional scene, where he beat Donnie Matos, or is that Danny? Danny Matos, unanimous decision, never heard of him. Before that, Ultimate Warrior Championships, UWC, Eric Ruano, punches round 1. And before that, the Guatemalan Fight League. Okay. Beat Juan Benito Solazaro, unanimous decision. And prior to that, he lost to Victor Hugo Madrigal in Combate, which you guys know, Combate is the top tier regional scene in Mexico. He lost by rear naked choke in round 3. Cristian Quinonez, though, he will have the 2-inch height advantage, 1-inch reach advantage over Khalid Taha. Now, this is going to be an interesting fight because Khalid Taha, you know, he does have the better resume. He's got the UFC experience in his pocket. He knows what he's doing. He's seen a lot of good fighters out there. Cristian Quinonez has seen Long Zhao and a bunch of Mexicans. I don't know if they're really cans, but they are from the Mexican regional scene. His entire 16-3, and I think it's slightly padded. Be a judge for yourself. Check out Tapology. Let's see what the cameras have to say in this interesting fight between Khalid Taha and Cristian Quinonez. Taking the favorite Khalid Taha, we've got Cody, Blood Money. And Cody is saying Taha will get the decision victory here. Okay, Cody. Jump over here. We've got Artem MMA analysis on the side of Cristian Quinonez. Then jump over here. Cody's friend and mine, Johnny K. Johnny K also taking Taha. And he's saying by decision. Actually, Blood Money did not say the method. If he did, I didn't catch it, but I didn't write it down. Sorry, my bad. But Johnny K is saying Taha will get the decision here. Then we've got Bleed taking the debutante. I think there's 7 debut fighters on this UFC Paris card. I could be wrong, but I want to say there's 7 of them. There's 2 girls that I've never heard of neither of them, and they're the curtain jerker for the main card. They got moved up, which is beyond. I can see if it was a pay-per-view because they want to keep the ESPN Plus, the free stuff, good. But for some reason they moved these two unknown debutante girl fighters open in the main card, which whatever. I'm not even covering that fight. I mean, on Friday I cover them all. Friday I'll do the entire card, but I'm saying for Capital Paris picks I'm not doing it. And finally, for the tiebreaker, we've got the MMA Guru, and here he is on the side of the debutante in Cristian Quinonez, MMA Guru. Comedian, capper, good guy. MMA Guru breaking the tie here, given the majority of the cappers on the side of Quinonez. So, when in doubt, go with the cappers. And sorry, Cody and Johnny K, but I'm going to have to go with the newcomer, Cristian Quinonez. It's not like I'm picking Quinonez. It's I'm more fading Taha. I don't. I don't like his last 3. He won against Bruno Silva, but he was all pumped up on steroids. Boston Salmon, not in the UFC anymore. Not Narimani, I liked him. Leone Barcelos, I don't know, man. I'm on the fence still, but I'm going to have to go with the plus money and the capper majority to take Cristian Quinonez. When in doubt, follow the cappers. That's why I'm going to take it. Plus, it's an underdog. So, plus money. The value's there. I think he's going to win. I don't think Taha is going to get knocked out or anything. I think Quinonez is going to win the decision. Sorry. I know. Decision. Lackluster. But there you have it. So, to recap. Thank you. Time check. Indeed. And I'm right on point. Okay, to recap, I've got Michael Figlak beating Ziam by decision. Then I have Nassordine Imavov beating Joaquin Buckley by decision. And finally, I'm taking Cristian Quinonez to wrap it all up and finish my three-leg parlay here and beat Khalid Taha also by decision. Taha will probably, after this loss, he will probably be cut from the UFC. Hate to say it, but that's true. His job is probably on the line. If he, that's another thing. It's got a little extra motivation, and I would say Khalid Taha will probably have the better fan support in France because he trains out of Germany. So, which is a lot closer than Mexico, but I'm gonna Mexico. But I'm gonna take Quinonez to get Mexico. I'm gonna take Quinonez to get the victory here by decision. So there you have it. I'm gonna parlay Quinonez, Figlak, and Imavov three-leg parlay for plus money. I don't know what it is. I didn't do it yet. I made these decisions just now as I put these on the board. That's how I do it.
You did?
Yeah, so thanks for watching. Gather the info, place those bets, and cash those tickets. Cash those tickets. Thanks for watching. Fill the comments with who you think's going to win these three fights. Be sure to give that like. I love that. Keeps me going. And stay tuned later this week, probably tomorrow, because my son has soccer practice now on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'll probably end up doing the main card show tomorrow, and then stay tuned. Then stay tuned for Friday's live stream after I watch the weigh-ins and face-offs. Good luck on your bets, and I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.